By Grabthar's hammer, by the sons of Warvan, you shall be avenged. Welcome in to the Bro 4 Squad podcast, where we are just a bunch of bros drinking beer and talking movies. I'm your host, the Mayor, Jeff Hornacek. This is episode 248. Thank you guys so much. I know, stupid. For joining us for the movie discussion. Before we get into it, though, let's go around and meet my fellow bros tonight. We start with the legal counsel, Ronnie Cycli. Now, Ronnie, we've gone almost 2 years without a movie studio trying to sue us. So the question is, are they afraid of you, or have we just lost our edge and we're playing it too safe these days?
I think it's a little bit of column A and column B. I mean, they're definitely scared of us, scared of me. That means we need to take it to the next level. Like, we need to threaten them. We need to be on the doorstep.
We need to be
breaking down. Yeah. So what are they going to do? Let's just challenge it, see how far we can go, you know?
We should just play. Who's like is there like a really litigious like artist out there that we can just like play a bunch of their either music or like clips from their movies to really piss them off?
Metallica's like the OG narc. Remember those days with Napster?
You know who calls people narcs? Narcs.
We have a dinosaur, and this is creeping me out right now.
Yeah, for those of you at home, we are doing our podcast over Google Meet, and we just discovered the filters on it. And it's absurd. I'll just put it that way. Brian is a dinosaur right now. Ronnie Cycli is eggs and toast, and I am Gandalf. That typical trio that always gets together.
But you forgot to mention not only my dinosaur, but I'm also in space.
Didn't even notice that.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. The first being in space was a monkey. So like it's not absurd
that we know
that a dinosaur. That's true. Yeah, I don't know what the dinosaurs were up to.
All right, speaking of ridiculousness, let's meet the mad scientist Brian Banner. Now, Banner, I've noticed you've upgraded the lab where you podcast with some expensive pieces of nude art hanging behind you. And I've also noticed several large and odd charges on the Bro 4 Squad credit card recently. So I just have to ask, are these two things related?
Absolutely unrelated. What was your question?
You answered okay. Yeah. Well, that kind of makes you lose a little bit of credibility. So you answered so fast.
Look, all I can say is that sure, it may be expensive art, but you can't eat it.
I feel like you could, though.
What would you know? Eggs and toast.
What about scratch and sniff? Are they scratch and sniff art?
Well, naturally. Why would I get anything else? What's the fun in just getting normal art that you look at?
Yeah, what kind of question was that? Uncultured swine.
Well, I am eggs and toast.
Or are you toasting eggs?
There's no bacon, though, right, on that plate? Yeah,
I'm a vegetarian. I mean, I'm not, but, you know, at this moment I am.
All right. Keep me updated on that. All right. Here on the Bro 4 Squad podcast, we start every episode off with the most important thing in any bro's life, and that is chest day. And today, as we've done very frequently, we're going to combine our chest day with our protein shake, which is usually the second part of our show, where we go around and talk about what is in our cup, also known as what have we watched lately. Lots of stuff out there. I'm sure tons of overlap here with the bros. A little bit of new, a little bit of old. At the bottom of the description of this episode, I will tell you all the titles we discuss in order. So if you want to see what's coming up or, not, you can see that and skip ahead. We'll just do round robin order. I have tons of stuff, so whenever you guys run out, I can tap out as well. Brian, let us start with you. What is in your cup, or what have you seen lately?
Let's start. I've got to start here. We went and saw Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh, that makes sense. So you are a dinosaur right now. So
I am a dinosaur right now, yes. Guys, I loved this. I hated it as a Jurassic Park movie, but as a monster movie, this is fantastic. Horrible Jurassic Park movie, though.
Can you explain the difference there?
There aren't necessarily real dinosaurs in this.
Yeah, isn't the whole part of it? I don't know how many of these islands are out there, but there's another island that they put dinosaurs on that people never visited. These were there's nothing above apex predators, but these are like the most dangerous ones.
So essentially what they did was when they were breeding the whatever the other ones in the Jurassic World's ones that they mixed, right? The Endoraptor and
the Indominus Rex.
Indominus Rex, yeah. Basically, all the failed experiments got put on this island, and they're just a bunch of like random creations, and they're not dinosaurs. They're monsters. They look like monsters. They don't even look like dinosaurs. There's a
Interesting.
few dinosaurs. Like there's a spot. It's in the trailer with the Spinosauruses. It's pretty dope. But as a whole, this is, hey, we're gonna go to this island to try and get something for whatever reason, and now we have to escape, and we're trying to escape these monsters. There wasn't a Tyrannosaurus Rex in it,
That's fucked up.
so that's why I say this is not a Jurassic World movie. But if you take it out and pretend it's not, and it's pretty easy to do that, dude, this is a great monster movie.
Is there any connection narratively or characters to the Jurassic World films?
No. I mean, they mentioned Jurassic World and the original park and how they got the experimental dinosaurs there and all of that. But as far as crossover, there's no characters. There's just the background universe world building stuff.
Did they mention
this is a
Owen Grady or
standalone?
anything?
I think they mention him maybe, but he's not pictured and you definitely don't see him. I don't know if it's supposed to. I think it is supposed to be a standalone. I don't see how they can make it like further the franchise through this.
'Cause
movie.
I didn't like the last one. I'm gonna be honest.
Dominion.
I liked
Yeah.
it better than
Fallen Kingdom.
Fallen Kingdom.
No, I think Fallen Kingdom.
I
Sorry,
hated
that one.
Fallen Kingdom.
Mhm.
Old Dominion was fine.
That
But,
one,
yeah.
I remember people. The big criticism of Dominion was the plot device. It was like it was like locust focused. It wasn't really like focused on dinosaurs. So we were like, "What are we doing here?" I don't know. I will say this, Banner. I'm glad you went to see this because you're the Jurassic head on the pod. But I was telling Psycho this, maybe even last pod. It blows my mind whether it's oversaturation or just like we're desensitized to this stuff now as movie fans, that a movie in the Jurassic franchise is coming out. And not only do I have no interest in going to see it in theaters, if you told me this thing was on Peacock right now for free, I don't even think I would.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, same way. And I had access to the last Jurassic Park movie on an airplane, and I had no desire. I'm like, I'm stuck on this thing for 12 hours, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Not motivated.
It's wild. And it's not like I've disliked or like actively
No.
hated really any of the
No.
movies. I just don't think
Not
there's
at all.
nothing like it's almost like the literal problem in Jurassic World where they say like, yeah, people are just bored of dinosaurs now. Like we have to up the stakes.
It's
They don't
ineffable.
really care. I'm not effable.
I will say, don't go to the theaters and see it. Don't waste your money. If it comes on Peacock or whatever and is free with your streaming service, give it a poke. Just go into it not as a Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movie. Just go into it as another dino movie or another monster movie, and I think you're really gonna like it.
It's a good way to look at it. Did Baby Banner enjoy it?
Yeah, Baby Banner liked it. Again, she wasn't as like, she loved the Old Dominion and Jurassic World. For a while, Jurassic World was her favorite movie. And so she was like, yeah, this was okay. There were parts that were better than others, but and the reason why they go there, I think, is serviceable. Again, it makes sense. It's not like, oh, we're just gonna go there to try and bring dinosaurs back, to try and breed them, to do whatever.
Right.
They're going there to get samples to help the world.
Yeah, because 7 movies in, that's always the tough part in the script. It's like, all right, how do we get these humans to continuously venture onto an island with dinosaurs, knowing how it has ended the previous 5 or 6 times?
We need a movie where everything is perfect, and that way there's motivation for the next movie. It's like, hey, did you see all those people having a great time last time?
Well, the audience will be on their edge of their seat, like, where is the plot conflict? And then just inevitably nothing bad happens. Like, wow.
I'm down to watch this dinosaurs hang. Genuinely.
Chilling. Nice. All right, anything else on Jurassic World Rebirth?
Nope, that's all I got.
All right, Cycly, what is in your cup?
I watched this a while ago, but I haven't gotten a chance to talk about it on pod. It was 28 years later.
Yeah.
And one of I still stand by 28 Days Later is one of the best zombie. I mean, if you want to call it zombie, it's really more rage. I mean, zombie-esque type horror film. Some really set the stage for the genre. You can still say that 28 Days Later really set the tone for how some of these types of movies are done, and some of those iconic shots you've ever seen, like the empty London that they took. They had like a 5-minute window to get the shot they did in 28 Days Later. I also enjoyed 28 Weeks Later. It's not the exact same emotional side, but great, great emotion, great use of rage, zombies, and decent amount of fear going on. So I was really excited about this. Coming back to kind of like the original story a little bit, and original creators, writers coming in, and I have to tell you, first half of the movie, phenomenal. Like, I mean, I am just sitting here buying what they're selling, and they're building up to this, like, I wouldn't say predictable in a negative sense, but predictable in the way that's like you're excited about what's about to come in the movie. And
Is
you're
it almost
seeing,
like The Village, where they're in like an isolated compound and like it's very risky to venture outside of it?
yes, but I mean, it's not like The Village in terms of like the twist ending by any means. Like, very
Yeah.
much they're dealing with the real world of like the greater England, the greater United Kingdom island is fully just. Sorry, I cannot take Brian seriously right now.
So I
cannot-
guess my question is: so if the UK proper is like all zombies, can they just live perpetually? Like, do they never die of starvation?
So,
or
I mean,
thirst?
okay, I'm going to talk a little spoilers here. So fast forward about a couple minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. If you guys are okay with it,
Yeah.
are you guys okay with me giving spoilers?
Oh yeah.
They allude to the zombies again, if you want to call them zombies, being able to procreate in this film, and there are different types of zombies that they've like evolved into. There's, you can have like almost like fat lazy type zombies who are like sloth like, and you can have zombies that are alphas that are like insanely, they're like leaders and they're insanely beefed up.
Do the zombies need
You have,
like
like,
food?
World War Z zombies.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they need food. They can get it from wildlife and they can get it from humans. So it's like there's just living entities. They don't need they don't need specific human blood, right?
But like,
to
are they
survive.
smart enough to like cultivate the land and like
Not necessarily cultivate land. No, I would say they're very like, if you put humans back to 3,000 years, 5,000 years.
So is their desire to kill humans like just solely based on like bloodlust? It's not.
Yeah, I think it's just to eat and survive. They're like, some instinct that's convincing them to see a human enrage and kill it. And I don't even know if it's to necessarily spread like in a lot of zombies movies or whatever, you're like, the zombies want to spread like more zombies. Like, it's something I think that's
It's
like
to take over the world.
Yeah, but it's in this film, it's very much like that's just their instinct. They eat and take what they can get. There definitely is some sort of organizational issue. There is definitely some sort of resistance, but the world has kind of abandoned the UK in this sense. And so the movie takes place on like a tiny little island that is basically when the ocean, like when the tide goes down, they can cross into the UK. So they have like limited time before the tide comes back up to go back to their isolated society. And they'll go in there, they'll hunt and things like that. So like the movie takes place with like a father-son dynamic. Like the first time the son hits 13 years old, and they're like, we're going to take you to the island. And it's a big moment. The whole island is celebrating this moment for this kid. Like, hey, you're 13, go get your first kill. Like the buildup is really intense and awesome. And that's where the movie kind of loses you. It's like, literally, I'll tell you this without giving it too much away. It feels like 3 movies. And each movie feels so far removed from the movie it was. And the movie it was in the first half, and a movie they were building to and alluding to, had so much potential to be a fantastic film. Now, part 2 or movie 2 version still had a lot of good things going on. Ray Fiennes is in this movie, he's amazing in it, and he plays a very specific guy who's still like a healthy person who still lives on the island, and he has his own little like methods and traditions that he's using to survive, and you meet him, and there's all this awesome stuff. And then there's this third movie that gets just wacky and weird and almost comedic, but not. Like it's very strange. And the movie finishes and you almost feel like you didn't even start with the same film.
Wow.
So like you're like, wait, hold on. That's the same movie I was just watching, right? Like they feel completely outside of one character that you follow the whole time. It just feels so far removed from the movie you started with. And I wouldn't say I didn't like it. Like I still enjoyed it overall. The ending I want you guys to see just so I could hear your thoughts on the last 2 minutes. Now those last 2 minutes are alluding to, I think, the next film, building into that. But it's I don't know how I feel about this movie, guys. I don't know how to explain it. It's just you have to see it, and it's really good. But then there's moments where it's like it's not. And I think what bothers me, it had potential to be fantastic. Oh, and also you get zombie dongs. You got some big old dicks in this movie. I'm not. I mean like footlongs.
Are they rotten?
I mean they're alive. They're zombie dicks.
So does the virus make your dick bigger?
If you're one of these alphas, I think so.
Okay, because there's people out there be like lining up to get bit.
I really want to send you guys, like, if you go look at the Reddit thread about the review of this movie, it's all about the zombie dong. Someone said it should have been called 28 Inches Later.
That's pretty good.
I was like cracking up.
That's the porn spoof.
Yeah, I if you guys see this, then I'll send you all this. But it's still, I don't know, it's still good. I would say still watch it. Definitely kind of like what Brian alluded to with Jurassic World. Like if it's free, watch it.
But so they do kind of set up another one?
Yeah, absolutely they do.
In a good way or a bad way?
I don't know how to explain the ending. I really, like, the four of us who went and saw it all walked out of there being like, what the hell? We were like laughing. We were straight up laughing at the ending.
Wow.
But like, I feel like you're supposed to laugh. So I don't even know. I don't know what they're up to.
Now I'm kind of curious.
I do want you guys to see it just so I can hear your comments.
Yeah, I'll see when
in relation to the rest of the franchise, where would you rank this? Bottom, middle?
Probably bottom. But only because it didn't keep the fluidity of the first half. Like, genuinely speaking, the first half is exactly what you want out of these movies and had a chance to probably be the scariest.
Yeah.
And darkest. And I just don't understand why they allude to things in the first half of the film that never come to fruition. And you're like, wait, why were they alluding to that? Like, they were showing like, and not in a sense of like they were throwing you off, like it very much like you felt like that was a core part of the movie. And it's like they forgot that they were doing this.
According to Google, it's going to be on digital late July. So as of recording this, that's like next week. So I'll probably give it a poke.
I mean, you should. Again, Danny Boyle, I'm not sure if he just had decided to fuck around with it.
He's had a weird career. He's traversed a lot of genres and has most of the movies are. I mean, his worst movies are at least still pretty solid.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering where this ranks.
I will say I didn't walk out and hating it. I just think it was weird at points.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. 28 years later.
All right. Have any of you guys finished Squid Game season 3?
Haven't started.
I have not.
Jesus.
I watched the first season and kind of lost interest after that. If I'm
Cycling, are you going to watch it at some point?
Yeah, but I also am fine with you talking about it.
Okay, I guess I'll just go ahead and talk about Squid Game.
I'm waiting for my wife to get back from out of the country, but I'm not worried about spoilers on this.
All right. I'll go no spoilers though. I think I can do that for our fans out there. It's relatively new to Netflix, although I will say this: my YouTube algorithm spoiled just on the thumbnail of a YouTube video a pretty massive, well, maybe not massive, but a cool thing that happens or I guess a person who shows up in the series that I was not expecting, which was kind of a bummer because it would have been cool to see that live. But fuck you, YouTube.
You have the worst luck with things like that getting spoiled for you.
Yep, I really do, man.
Like, and it's no fault to your own.
Like
This
going
isn't
to the
even
bathroom during a Star Wars movie.
before the Thursday
Yeah.
night 7 p.m. showing of Solo. There's been one other showing in the world before mine, aside from the red carpet and some dickhead kid spoils in the bathroom that Darth Maul shows up at the end. All right, Squid Game season 3. I was like lukewarm after season 2. It ended on like a crazy like sort of like wrench thrown into the plot. And it picks up, and to be honest, it kind of loses a little bit of momentum like early on in season 3, but man, it hooks you again really quickly. And there is an interesting wrinkle that they throw into the Squid Game that I wasn't really expecting. And one thing we get in season 3, which is one of my favorite like parts of the plot that we did not get enough of, I thought, in season 2, is the guys on the boat who are trying to find the Squid Game island. They're like investigating, but there's clearly one of them who is trying to sabotage them, who's actually working for the Squid Game guys. I wanted more of that, and we finally got it in this season. I am very satisfied with the way this ended. I don't think it was too predictable. I will say this: don't get too attached to any character, because they're probably...
It's hard to, I will say.
I know. They're probably not going to be around that long.
I'm not going to give spoilers. This is a prediction. The main character has to die. Like, he has to die.
Does he?
I mean, I don't know. Yes.
So I was very pleased with it. I think they definitively end it. There's two like little plot threads out there that they tease, but it's not to the point of like it's annoying you.
You know, we're getting an American version though.
I do, and I won't tell you why I know that, because that's part of the big cameo.
No, I saw that on the internets, unfortunately.
But also, like, what is that going to offer me that this didn't? Like, why am I going to be interested in that?
It also makes no sense that they're playing that Korean game in America. No one knows what the fuck that is. Like, I saw a lot of people on the internet being like, that wouldn't sell. Like,
even if you cornered a homeless man in a back alley, he'd be like, "What the?" He's like,
"I don't know what this is.
I'm on crystal meth right now, and you're still not like you're high."
Why didn't they just change it into something an American would know?
Yeah, what would it be, like craps?
Yeah, rock paper scissors.
Yeah, Pokemon cards or Magic the Gathering. So anyway, Squid Game season 3, I'm very satisfied with it. I think the diehard fans will not be disappointed. However, having said that, I'm probably not in if we do or whenever that American version comes out. I feel like this ended on a high note, and as we always say when we quote The Dark Knight, I'd rather it die a hero than live long enough to see itself become the villain.
Yeah, I just feel like the American version is going to be just trying to just profit. That's it. Like, there's no actual story here, and it's just that's the intent. And I'm like, I'm not going to be motivated.
And like, once you get past the initial concept of it, like, I don't really know what else there is. Like, obviously, like it's the concept of a Squid Game, of people like willing to die to win money, and that doesn't have much legs. Like, I was kind of surprised this even worked so well for 3 seasons, but they did a good job of introducing us to the guys running the game, and then obviously that, like, the investigation from the, like I said, the guys on the boat. They got a lot more screen time in season 3. Otherwise, I think this thing's pretty much like they've milked it dry. So new country to me isn't like a cool enough concept to justify keeping the show going.
There's 1,000 other shows Netflix should keep going, and they keep letting die instead.
Yeah, we should make a whole episode about like the best that Netflix has canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. That's a whole like week, like a
for real.
several long episode series.
And I think some of the other streamers have like, no one is as bad as Netflix notoriously, but some of the other ones have made some pretty stupid mistakes.
Agreed.
All right, Brian, what else you got in your cup?
All right, I'm gonna go here to one that I know. Pretty sure both of you have seen. I know you've seen it, Jeff. I just now got around to watching it, and that is Palm Springs.
You just got around to watching this. Wow.
Yeah. I liked it. I think this is Andy Samberg's best acting performance that I've ever seen him in. J.K. Simmons just fucking cracked my shit up the whole time.
He's always funny.
It was good.
Palm
Yeah.
Springs was 101 on my top, like near my top 100, and it
Yeah.
was number 90 in Nate Thurman's.
So good.
I knew it was way up there.
Do we think that time loop movies, there's enough of them we can almost say it's like a subgenre?
It is, and I actually enjoy them though. Like they
I
don't
do
get
too.
old to me. Like I really, like you and I have talked about the Happy Death Day movies. Like I really enjoy those movies. Like
Yeah.
I get the shtick,
Yeah.
but it's fun as long as you like respect the world you're in. Like it's fun.
There's a lot of ways to go with it for sure.
I like that he had a friend going through the loops with him in this. That's not something, usually it's one person trying to figure something out, right?
By a friend, do you mean Kristen Milioti or do you mean J.K. Simmons?
Yes, actually.
Okay. Because him and J.K. Simmons' dynamic is pretty
It's
funny.
so fun.
Yeah, they do. He just stole the screen every time
yeah.
he was on.
Which I didn't realize, doesn't J.K. Simmons play his dad in I Love You, Man?
Maybe.
I don't know if you guys have seen Burn After Reading, but anything J.K. Simmons,
Love
like,
Burn After Reading.
he always plays like the serious character, but
Oh,
he
yeah.
plays it so like dry and
The
witty,
last
and
scene
just
of him in
kills
Burn
you.
After Reading where he's
Yeah.
like,
So what do we
"These are all
learn?
fucking idiots."
Yeah, we learned absolutely nothing. Yeah, it's a great. It's one of my. I mean, I love that movie too, Brian. Like, I had a good time. It's just so unassuming that it keeps you like you're unaware of how good it is.
Well, that's the thing is like I know you guys were talking about like, oh, this is so great. Obviously, it came in on Thurman's top 100, and so at that point, I was like, well, it's been so long now. Like, I don't know why I want to go back, but it was just something that was always there. I was like, yeah, I'll get around to watching it eventually, and I never did. And finally, I was like, you know what? I'm going to. And I really liked it. I like how it ended. I like that they got out of the loop and it was kind of a happy ever after kind of thing. It was a great movie, top to bottom.
And I think the romance story in it's really pure. Like, I mean, it's kind of, like, I like the little twist that, like, we all thought that was again, spoilers, but like, that's not the first time he's met her. As they allude to when you first start watching and how it turns out and like how they build that story. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's fresh.
It had a good mix of comedy, drama. You actually like felt for his character. And he does go through like the gamut of emotions. Like at first it's fun, then it's super depressing, and then you just become so apathetic to life where she's just like drinking the entire time. And it's like, it was funny, all the records, they were like, what's the farthest you've gotten south? And was it like Tijuana or something?
I love that. Like, I like that they play this out like we would. Like, we would
I
like
went on a 3-day meth bender trying to stay awake.
But that's exactly the things you talk about when you watch Groundhog Day. Is like, this is what I would do. And they actually play out this scenario. Like, they show him going to all these extremes. And it's just so fun.
Yeah, because you would, after a certain point, once you really feel like you're never getting out, you're like, all right, well, what else is there to experience here? That's when Groundhog Day starts getting like creative with how he kills himself.
Yeah.
And yeah, Banner, like you said, it's not a dramatic turn for Andy Samberg, but he's definitely not playing like the complete fucking idiot with no redeemable qualities that we often see from him.
Yeah, like he showed emotion and like he was trying. He wasn't just trying to make me laugh. He was trying to make me feel something. And I got the feelies.
You guys need it. I don't think either of you seen it. Maybe you have. You just never talked about it. You guys got to see the Pop Star movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've heard
it's so good.
I've had a lot of people recommend it to me though.
It's a mockumentary. It's fantastic.
Never Stop, Never Stopping.
Yeah, Pop Star Never Stopping. Yeah.
I do love the song "I'm So Humble" from that.
Oh, the soundtrack to that movie alone is incredible. But yeah, I know Andy Samberg gives a great performance in that too. But yeah, I will always watch anything he gives out. I need a new Lonely Island album.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Banner, is this still on Hulu?
Yes, I believe so. I believe it's a Hulu original.
I think it is. Yeah, but even these days, that doesn't even necessarily mean it'll still be on there. It could be.
Right.
Damn lawyers.
I'm gonna go ahead and piggyback and do another one too because it is adjacent. Another time loop movie that I watched, Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, love that.
And this was I watched Palm Springs, and afterwards it was like, you might like, and I was like, you're right, I might like that. Didn't like this one as much. It's
number 73 on my list.
yeah. I'm surprised. Of all the time loop movies, this one is that high.
What didn't work for you with Edge of Tomorrow?
So this one, it felt like he was exhausted the entire time. That Tom Cruise was exhausted the entire time. Like, for him to get 2 seconds further in the time loop, if we call it a game, it would take him like 1,000 tries.
Yeah,
like it literally felt like a million years.
It was like playing a video game on a difficulty that's like too hard to even enjoy it.
Yeah, and it just got annoying. And for some reason, the third act just kind of dragged. Like once they broke the time loop, or once he broke the time loop, I just kind of stopped caring for some reason.
Yeah, I remember the mechanics of it, like how he actually got involved in it. I thought was kind of weak, but everything else I thought was interesting. I just liked how Tom Cruise also is not playing a badass for once. Like, he eventually learns how to become like a little bit more capable on the battlefield, but he's basically like a pencil pusher who gets kind of thrown into this battlefield, and you're used to seeing him be the opposite, being like the very capable like action star. So it was a little bit of like against type for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get. And again, I think everybody did a fine job. It just felt like it took forever to advance through this. Like, most of the time you're like, oh yeah, I've been in here like 5-7 years, probably. Like, I don't know. I have nothing to back that up. That's just how I generally feel in time loop movies. And
yeah, how long was he in it? Did we get a
I don't know that we ever got a grasp of it, but it felt like we were in there for 1,000 years, and I don't know why.
Probably not a good sign.
I did like the aliens that they were fighting, and I liked the idea of how he got stuck in the time loop with getting the blood on him from the alpha. That was cool. So like I said, like the story around it was good. It was just something about that execution in the middle.
I'll have to rewatch it because I don't really remember how him and Emily Blunt's chemistry was.
It was fine. It wasn't like a relationshipal one, like a intimate one. Mm-hmm. And so they had it was a very professional, like, she's a soldier, you're a soldier type dynamic. It was fine.
We work together. This isn't astronomy. We can't hook up.
Yeah. Or could we?
All right, you said that's on Hulu now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it came up and was like, you might like.
Well, now I'm curious. When you finished Edge of Tomorrow, did it recommend another time loop movie to you?
Honestly, at that point, it was 2:00 in the morning, and I was like, I have to go to bed.
What if Banner is stuck in a time loop movie where he's only watching time loop movies?
Oh my god!
And he can't get the fuck out.
Inception time loop style.
Jesus,
gross.
How confusing would that be?
That's a movie idea right there.
My god, I can't even the physics of that don't even make sense in my mind.
Christopher Nolan just came his pants. All right, Cycly, what else you got?
So I've been a lonely bachelor these last few weeks with the wife out of town on business, and so usually when that happens, that means I just watch things that keep me in a positive mindset. And my niece was talking about watching Hey Arnold for the first time ever, and I was like, Hey Arnold, where is that streaming? And she told me Paramount Plus, so I was like, I started watching Hey Arnold again.
Hell yeah.
And guys, it fucking holds up.
How far into it did you get?
I'm still watching. Like, I'm in the first season, but that's back when the first seasons are like 30 episodes or whatever, and I'm not like watching it like religiously. I just have it on.
That's awesome.
It's also like there's the nostalgia there. Obviously, we grew up with the show, but like there's moments where I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot about this or whatever. But what I always love, like what these kind of shows and movies in the 90s do for me, is that there was a level of respect these movies and shows had for kids, where we treated
Yeah.
kids like with
They would talk to them like they could understand higher
there's
level
there's
concepts.
very much serious topics that are going on in Hey Arnold. And when I forgot that the show took place like in a boarding house. Like he obviously lives with his grandparents, but they run a boarding house with like random ass people, and they all have their own stories. And they like the show itself like goes deep into every individual story. It's not necessarily just Arnold's story. Like Arnold is just
What's like Gerald's deal again? He had something really kind of tragic, if I remember right.
I don't know if I've gotten there yet. I don't remember, but yeah, like Gerald is so much like a core of like what a good friend should be. Always backing up Arnold. Like they have disagreements so many times. Arnold, like Gerald's like, "Hey, I don't think this is right, but I'm with you. I'm riding with you here." Like they will literally disagree on the show, which I think is such a cool aspect of
healthy,
friendship to show.
Is Arnold Jewish as well? I remember his grandpa. I think his grandpa was like. With the first time I learned what a dreidel was, or maybe I'm getting that in Rugrats confused.
Great, yeah, you're thinking Rugrats.
You're thinking Rugrats.
Okay,
but I mean Arnold. What's funny is I forgot that his grandpa always calls him Shortman, and then you find out later his actual last name is Arnold Shortman, which could be a lot like a Jewish
Doesn't
name.
the grandpa's head, his chin and the top of his head look like a dick and balls?
Yes. Oh yeah. And then his grandma's like this radical.
Oh
like,
yeah, she's like a beatnik hippie.
Yeah, like she's tying herself to trees, breaking into shit, and like yeah.
That's awesome.
It's kind of like again, I know like people can hear and everyone's like a sucker for the things that they grew up on. It's just like, but there is an element of it that I'm just like, I really like. I've watched some kids again with my nieces or friends' children, and I'm like, I don't feel like kids shows are the same way in the sense of like they respect the kids. They do respect the kids as human beings. Like now I feel like they're treating kids as kids, and they don't want to like scare them. They don't want to like upset them. They don't want to do whatever. Like there was like real shit happening in these shows that I feel like when we watched, it was like, oh, how are you going to deal with this? And it was kind of refreshing to see. So I'm like glad my niece is watching it, but like put it on, cheers me up. Last time I watched Hey Arnold was probably back in college, and it was when Netflix was first a thing, and me and my friends and roommates, we used to watch like, Teeth and Antichrist and all this fucked up movies, and we'd always have a palate cleanser, and it was always Hey Arnold.
Nice. How does Helga work on a rewatch?
I think she's
like verbally
fucking hilarious. She is, yeah. Like
sometimes physically abusive.
It wouldn't play today. Again, like, and then her aspect, what's like, I can't remember Stinky. No, not Stinky. Like the guy who's always breathing. The mouth breather. Yes, the mouth breather, and she always hits him in the face.
He's like, always in the trash can behind her.
Yeah, anytime she gives a speech about how much she internally loves Arnold, and then he's just like right there. It's a gag that works every time.
I do remember vividly the Hey Arnold movie, which we should probably do a commentary on.
I found out there's a second movie that came out in 2017.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, like I was reading about it. It basically was a film that they were going to produce, and that just like didn't happen, and they had it, and so they finally released it.
The fuck?
Huh. Yeah, it's like
they made
Hey
a
Arnold
huge
goes into the jungle or something.
We're the audience for that, and
they lost my $100 going to the movies,
and I'm pretty sure it deals with Arnold's parents.
Okay, well, I gotta look on that.
Yeah. But I was so happy my niece was watching it that my sister introduced her to, and it again only one season, but it holds up. Like it's not one of those shows you look back and you're like, wow, this was so dumb as a kid. I like this. Like watching some of that other Nickelodeon stuff, like all that and stuff. You're like, how did I like this?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. My wife and I tried to rewatch all that like a couple months ago, and we could only get like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's so bad. But no, Hey Arnold's great.
My wife's my father-in-law, when she was growing up, would not let her watch all that because he said it was so dumb that it would make her dumb.
he probably had a point.
And I'm like, dude, you're not far off. Like, I think I got stupider just by watching like the intro scene to it. And this is with like the OG cast, not like when it got really bad.
Yeah,
like the fucking wannabes later.
Man, yeah, Keenan and Amanda.
Yeah. All right, Hey Arnold, I kind of want to go back now. And check
it's fun. Banner, I want you to show it to Baby Banner. I think she'd really like it.
Cycling, I don't think you were on the pod. I talked about it. Phineas and Ferb. It was a little past our time.
Yeah,
dude, It fucks, man. It's so funny. It's got a little bit of that, like what
I
you're
remember.
talking about. It's not as, I wouldn't say it like tackles, serious things, but it's just good, wholesome,
Yeah.
funny
Yeah.
cartoons.
Shit holds up.
And even if it doesn't, like, it's nostalgia porn.
Oh,
Like,
for us, yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
it brings it back the good times. All right. I'm trying to figure out. I just want to do one more. I'm trying to figure out which one to do. All right. I'll do a movie called "Don't Tell a Soul." Have either of you ever heard of this movie?
No, but I feel like someone did tell someone in this movie. Like, that's the problem.
Cycling. Yeah.
Maybe
don't
they didn't have a soul.
Wow. They told a ginger. They told our friend Brett.
Yeah, they're like, you can tell anyone that's not redheaded. Yeah, it's fine. Don't Tell a Soul is from 2020. It's on
Looking it up
Tubi
now.
right now. The big names
Rainn
are
Wilson.
Rainn Wilson playing very against type, and Mina Suvari from like American Beauty and what else is she? Is she in the American Pie movies? No. She's in it as well. Here's the plot, and there's a pretty big twist in this that I'm definitely not going to spoil. But the plot to Don't Tell a Soul is there are these two brothers whose mom, they're not.
Wait, she is in the American Pie movie. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
she's okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's the one who dates Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mina Suvari is the mother in this film, and she has two teenage sons, or one who's like prepubescent, and the other who's like a junior in high school. And they're kind of troublemakers. And there's this woman in their town whose house is being fumigated. So it's like, I don't know if she had like a ant or like a bug infestation or like rodents, but it's like tarped up. And their mother, Mina Suvari, is ill and she can't really afford her medication. So they get this idea that they're going to break into this old woman's house while it's being fumigated with gas mask. They're going to steal like any valuables they can get, and they're going to sell them or pawn them to pay for their mom's medicine. What happens is they break into the house, and as they are escaping, a security guard who is just like patrolling the area, played by Rainn Wilson, catches them, starts chasing them, and as they're running from him, he falls into like this ditch or like this hole that has been, I don't know if it's like a trap for animals or what, but it's been dug in the forest near their house, and he breaks his leg pretty bad. And the movie picks up from there, and it really centers around the two brothers. One of them is like kind of evil at heart, and the other one's sort of more innocent. They have the debate on, should they save this guy? Like, should they tell people he's down there and do the right thing, or because he could potentially get them in trouble, should they basically keep it to themselves and leave him down there to die? And all I will say is, there's a character in this movie who is not at all who you think they are.
Wow.
Whoa.
Now I'm intrigued.
What's the runtime on this?
It's pretty short. Hour 23 minutes.
Hour 23. Okay.
Yeah,
What'd
so
you say it was
82
on Tubi?
Tubi. Yeah, I watched it at my local library, but it is on
Okay.
Tubi.
I'm so intrigued. You sold that.
And it's interesting because Rainn Wilson, like obviously we're used to being Dwight Schrute, but he has like a couple pretty good monologues because he's this security guard trapped at the bottom of a well. So when he's talking to the kids, I could definitely see this as either like a stage play or like if an actor auditions for a role, he like takes one of the monologues from Rainn Wilson's character and like goes to reads it at his audition. So he's not like an incredible actor, but Rainn Wilson, like he can definitely, he's got more talent than he was able to show in The Office. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
Yeah, I can
I'm
see that.
very intrigued in this now.
Yeah, I think you guys will like it. I'm curious to see what you think about the twist because it's pretty massive. The one dynamic in this, and at times it does kind of make you feel uncomfortable, is this event in the brothers' lives. So their dad tragically died as well, and there's also a big twist around what happened to their dad. But the two brothers, this event really kind of pushes them both in opposite directions. And the one who's kind of a shithead, like really starts to become a shithead. And the one who's like I guess like the squeaky clean kid, like really sort of becomes like a simp or like a pussy. So it's interesting to see them like diverge paths at this point, and a lot of it is there's like some uncomfortable like scenes with him arguing, and the older brother, like, let's just say, takes it a little further than giving him a noogie.
The
No,
swirly.
Swirly, yeah.
Yeah.
no, Swahili has his own place. So I don't even know how this came up. I think it like randomly popped up on Reddit somewhere, and someone was like, "Oh yeah, great twist," and
I'm intrigued. Yeah, I'm in.
And Tubi, as I think most people know, is free. So if you don't have it, just download it, and you might. Now, one thing about Tubi, this is part of the reason why I watched it at my local library banner. You know this. It's an hour 23 minutes. You watch it on Tubi with those ads, we might be looking at like an hour 35.
Oh, yeah, at least, if not an hour 45.
Because Tubi's free, and they definitely get their money's worth with it.
Didn't we do a commentary with ads one time, and it was the biggest mistake we ever made?
I think so. It was a short movie, but yeah, it didn't end up ending like
It's always a problem. He's like, you guys, everyone has commercials at different times.
Yeah, and it sucks to them because when the ad break pops up, it's like 1 of 6. And you're like, God damn it. See you tomorrow. Don't tell a soul. All right, anybody else have anything you want to discuss?
I'll say something really quickly. I'm also rewatching Ted Lasso. I don't know if you guys have heard the news. Season 4 is officially filming.
I did. Did you hear who is not coming back?
Wait, who?
Jamie Tart.
That makes okay. I did hear that. That kind of makes sense. And I think he's probably timing didn't work out more so than the storyline, but I have a feeling haven't seen anything official that this is going to focus maybe on a women's team. I don't know. I haven't heard that officially. That's my guess. But I saw some stills of I guess
and
Gino I was going to say their character names Rebecca and they're
Keely.
in Kansas City, in Keely. Yeah, they're in Kansas City. Like, I think we're going to get a little of the reverse fish out of water. Like these British.
That's a good idea. That'd be cool.
So we'll see. But I'm excited. Like Ted Lasso always felt like a show that countered everything else we're getting in society.
I have such mixed feelings about the show coming back because, again, I loved it and I think it ended very well. I still think it went maybe a season longer than it should have, but not to the point
I'm with you 100%. But in an age where everyone else is giving us just more repetition, it's like, at least Ted Lasso makes me smile. It doesn't need to do anything more than that.
And maybe they'll do what Dexter does, where if the reboot people don't like it, they're like, all right, let's
just keep doing it again.
Let's try a prequel. No, you don't like that one? Okay, let's try a different reboot.
Wait, they're doing a prequel and a sequel right now.
Yes.
After
they already did a sequel.
Yeah. So I'm like, I have, as the Dexter fan, and I'm like, I haven't even gotten to the point where I'm ready to start.
Yeah, not to totally shift gears.
I will say Dexter has the single best season of a television show I've ever
100%.
seen in my life.
Is it season 3 that's Trinity Killer?
No, 4.
Season 4, Trinity Killer. Yeah. And I don't want any of this.
I was audibly, my jaw was literally on the floor the last scene of that season.
Yeah.
It's so good. I'm genuinely like, if my wife has gone another 2 weeks, I don't know, I might try one of these new Dexters. I don't even know where to start. I don't know.
I know we've gotten derailed.
Did you watch the first sequel?
What from 3 years ago, where he's in the mountain snow? I did watch that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was my question. Is the new sequel canon to the other one, or is it
I don't know. That's my point. It ended quite obviously, in my opinion. All I saw about the newest one is that he wakes up from a coma.
Okay.
So,
do we think this is an X-Men situation and they don't even know what timeline they're in?
I think Michael C. Hall is just I just need a paycheck, and everyone's
as long as the check cashes.
What else is happening on Showtime other than what was that show? The Yellow Jackets was just good. No, Yellow Jackets was good, but I don't know what else is going on Showtime. So
yeah, I mean it's tough for them because they have some Paramount connection because if you get the premium Paramount, you're on there, but no one is sitting around. I mean, I say no one, but how many people are sitting around now with a cable subscription? They're like, yeah, I'll pay $4.99 extra for Showtime.
Yeah, it used to be when Dexter was in a heyday. You're like, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll get around to that. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, Ted Lasso though. Nice.
Ted Lasso. Excited about season 4. I don't need it to wow me. Just sometimes it's nice to have a show that just makes you smile.
Yeah, just a comfort watch.
Just don't fuck up. That's all you
Yeah.
got.
Don't fuck.
Much easier said than done, though. All right, Banner, you got anything else?
Have you watched Andor season 2?
No,
Okay,
that's
I'll save that. It's at this point, it's not a big deal.
we'll do a little the recycling symbol where everyone links to someone else. I'll watch that, and then Cycle, you watch You season 5.
And oh my gosh,
Squid Game.
Thank you.
Nice.
All right, I will say one more. We went and saw the live action How to Train a Dragon.
Ooh.
Visually, guys, this was great. Acting, meh.
Are
And
you now?
That's
just
disappointing.
paint the picture,
Yeah.
set the table. Are you and or Baby Banner like pretty diehard How to Train Your Dragon fans, or is this something where they could change up things from the OG animated and you guys would be okay with it?
I'm not a diehard. We recently actually watched these because the live action was coming out, and I was like, oh, that trailer looks good.
Have
So
you
I
or
wanna-
Baby Banner also seen the show? Which
We
I
haven't
don't-
seen the show, but we've seen the first 2 movies.
The OG is so
Um,
good.
It was, yes, I loved the first movie. This was almost verbatim the first movie, but wasn't good. I
Huh.
can't explain it. Like all of
So
the
it's like a
kids-
lot of the live actions that we're getting.
Yeah, like they were trying to be a cartoon still. Like all the other kids that are training with him, like How to Train a Dragon or whatever, when they're in the thing, the little cage
Mhm.
thing, they were like way over the top, like they are in the cartoon. I would have liked them to be a little bit more like we're actual human beings.
Yeah,
And-
it's always weird. It's like when you adapt it to live action, like there are certain advantages you have. Obviously, visually is a lot of it, like set pieces you can do. But I think it's another thing that they don't really take advantage of too much. Is it's like you can dramatize things that in a cartoon just don't really affect you. Like you have real actors now. Not the cast of this. I mean, I know Gerard Butler was all make-upped up. And again, he's not really known for like knocking it out of the park with his dramatic roles. But the kid in it, Cycli, he's the kid from the Black Phone.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
he's good in that. Yeah.
yeah, and he was fine. I mean, mainly it was the kids that were the worst. They were really
It's a problem because
really
they're like
bad.
we got to lean on them.
Right. We got to lean on them. And the kid's love interest, what's her name? Astrid, Nico Parker, was horrible in my opinion. She was
Bro.
terrible. And you can't have your high lady that bad.
Yeah,
I don't suggest it.
I don't
That's
care about this at
disappointing.
all. But
Yeah.
it's just
It dragged, and if I'm going to watch How to Train the Dragon, it's not going to be this one.
that's fair.
Disappointing. Yeah, my wife loves. I mean, I like it, but like she loves the original. So we
That's-
were looking forward to
that's
watching
tough.
this. So that's kind of
Did they
disappointing.
take? Because I know Jay Baruchel, I think, is the main voice, and obviously, like no one wants to see him as a leading man. Did they take, aside from Gerard Butler, anyone else of the voices and actually put them in the live action role that we know of?
I don't think so. Not that I know of.
Was the dragon? Did he come back? Did he voice himself and he played himself in the movie?
They had a contract dispute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It
I
was-
actually
he didn't-
represented
he didn't
I
wanna-
actually
he didn't wanna-
represented the dragon.
Yeah, he didn't want to wear the prosthetics, is what I heard.
Yeah, and he said, "I'm not going to do my own flying scenes. Also, I need to be able to do cocaine in my trailer." And they were like, "Well, that's not a problem." But
I don't
Yeah.
understand any of the issues here.
studios, man, you know how they are. DreamWorks is stingy.
There's
What's
a
that?
bunny. There's a bunny saying something.
Yeah, do we not have a bird that you can turn yourself into on Google Meet?
Can I just say Banner? Like again, no one's seeing us, but Banner is now this little bunny, and it's so freaking adorable. There we go. Now he's in hell.
Oh, nice. That hootin' and hollering brings us to the end of our show, our question and answer segment titled "Do You Even Lift, Bruh?" Where we ask you a question that we
Who's
then
saying
answer
that?
and leave you with. God.
Who?
Oh, okay. More owl humor. The question we leave you with today is, what are the bros' top 100 movies of all time? The link in the description of this podcast will take you to a Google Sheet where we have been counting down each of the bros' top 100 films of all time for about the past 2 years. Most of us are now in what looks like the top 30, so shit is getting serious. Before we continue the countdown tonight, we're going to have Banner do his next 2, and Cycling and I will each do our next 1 on our lists. Cycling, why don't you tell the people how you would describe these top 100 lists, because they are not like the Letterboxd or the American Film Institute's top 100 pieces of cinema. They have a little bit of a more Bro Force Squad unique flavor to them, I would say.
Yeah, they're your top 100 movies in the sense that there's no definition that needs to meet this criteria. It's literally the movies that make you the happiest, that you've enjoyed the most, that make you cry, laugh, whatever it is. And it could be Oscar winners, and it could be just random ass stupid movies that just like literally you want to rewatch over and over and over. So it's one of the best activities we've done. You rewatch or rethink about all the movies you've watched over the years and start placing them. It's an activity that I would recommend you do. It's a lot more challenging than you would think. But some of us have great movies in our list, and some of us, Banner, have some questionable movies. But hey, we're not here to judge. It's just he has shit taste in movies.
Banner, anything you want to add or just threaten Cycling?
Yeah, no, I'll just go fuck myself. That's fine.
No, that's
All
fair.
right. Can you do your next 2 movies first, though?
I definitely can do that. What number? 28?
Yes, and just to let you know, first off, so Cycling's number 28. I'm shocked it is this low. Saw, the original Saw. And mine was the 1998 animated, have to clarify that, Mulan.
Yeah, we ain't talking about bad live action remakes.
Right.
Mulan.
That would be
terrible.
on a bottom 100 list.
That's terrible. That might be one of the worst.
So those are at 28 for us. Banner, last we caught up with you, your number 29 movie was Catch Me If You Can. What is one ahead of that, joining Saw and Mulan at number 28 on your list?
Thor Ragnarok.
Nice.
This movie was just a bros movie. I thought it wrapped up Thor perfectly going into Endgame. I think they should have ended Thor at that. They shouldn't have done Love and Thunder, but that's a different discussion. This movie brought all of the best parts of Thor and really, as we saw him grow through the MCU, this is a perfect culmination of all the events that happened to him coming together. And then obviously shit hits the fan at the end. But just a fun fucking bro summer movie.
It's kind of crazy if you think about the Ragnarok comic arc, how dark it is. It's literally the end of Asgard. Like,
Yeah.
Surtur destroys Thor's home. And Taika Waititi was able to take that idea and morph it into his own sensibility, have it fit in the Marvel universe. I mean, where this movie ends, it literally tees up Infinity War. Like, the next scene from this is the opening to it, Avengers Infinity War. And like you said, I think it's the funniest. Sorry, Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the funniest MCU movie.
I agree. It's got a fun soundtrack as well. And I'm mistaken. This is a fun summer movie, except it came out in November. So my bad.
Of course.
But anyway, again, fantastic movie. It also gives us a huge leap in Hulk's story arc, which he's another favorite of mine. I love the Hulk. He's probably my second or third favorite superhero.
Yeah, this is maybe, aside from Avengers, the best and most Hulk we've gotten in the MCU, aside from obviously a solo film.
Yes, I think I would agree with that.
Even as someone who's not a big Marvel head on the pod, this was one of my I like this one so much more than the second one.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
This one's so much fun.
Yeah.
Even them retconning everything that they did to make the second one actually mean something, it was horrible.
Yeah. No, I love the ending, the climax, like that little mini twist that became a meme. Yeah, this is a great one.
My favorite line in the movie is when Korg meets Thor in like the prison cell, and they're all talking about like how they ended up there. And Korg goes, "Tried to start a revolution, didn't print enough pamphlets. Only people who showed up was my mom and her boyfriend Greg, who I hate."
Who I hate.
He's like, I don't need all that information. Her boyfriend Greg, who I hate. Thor Ragnarok, classic. It kind of gets, not slept on because I think people still appreciate what Taika Waititi did. But if you ask people, like, name your top, 5 Marvel movies, I feel like sometimes this doesn't get mentioned, and I think that's just crazy to me.
Yeah, this comes in rated 6 or 7 for me as far as the MCU movies, which there's like 40 of them now. So that's pretty good.
This might surprise some of you guys, but this is yet to come on my list.
Wow, that does surprise me. If I'm not mistaken, that will put it on. I think that puts it on 4 of the 5 bros.
Yeah, it's on Geiger's at 52.
Yeah,
it's obviously on yours. And wait,
Spoilers not on mine. Sorry,
Geiger.
guys.
We have it on Geiger's twice.
Geiger's twice. He likes it so much. He has it on there
The
twice.
movie, like so much, he named it twice.
That's a mistake. We'll correct that. But it is on.
No, hey, you can't speak for his list. If that's how he wants his list, that's on him. Who are you?
One of them is the Korean version, and then you have to.
He watches one with the dubbed.
Yeah, like Squid Game. All right, so we'll each do our number 27 to close out the night. Cycly, why don't we have you count yours down? What is one ahead of Saw at number 27 on your all-time movies list?
Very similar to Saw. Emperor's New Groove.
Okay.
This is a movie that like I have, and you guys know this, and this is yet to come on my list, as you both know it's going to be top 10. But this is a movie that absolutely you can put on if you're in a bad mood, you're having a bad day. That is so quotable that will just pick you up. And the craziest part of Emperor's New Groove is how close this movie came to not being made. It is so not what Disney was going for in the 90s, especially. It's so like anti-humor in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's David Spade, basically.
David Spade, John Goodman, Eartha Kitt, and what's the actor's name who plays Putty in Seinfeld?
Patrick Warburton.
Yes, thank you. Who gives an amazing performance. I love his little soundtrack he creates for himself. Like this movie is literally the craziest part about this movie. It's an hour and 20 minutes. It's one of the shortest films. Like it's one of the shortest films you can even have to be considered a feature film. And it's and Jeff, you'd like this comparison. It's up there with a Goofy movie on 2 movies that Disney tried not to make. Literally, like Disney leadership tried to shut these movies down. And if you're ever interested, please go read. There's a huge article about Emperor's New Groove and how this movie was made and how it like pushed through and somehow survived. But this movie literally is one of the funniest fucking films I've ever seen.
Really
I mean,
is.
not
So
just as like a Disney movie, like straight up laughter, the performances, the voices, the characters, the absurdity of it all is so good that to this day we're still quoting specific lines from the movie, like the whole box delivery by Eartha Kitt about like my wife's
wrong leather cronk.
Yeah, like all the time. Yeah. It's just
Squeak,
like
squeaker,
it's impossible.
squeak, squeaker.
Yes,
Squeaker,
I
squeak,
always
chicken.
do the squirrel thing all the time. I genuinely just feel like this movie has only gotten better with time.
By the way,
Because
we've done commentaries on this movie, and then Banner, I know you remember this. We also did Kronk's New Groove commentary.
It was a double feature, if I'm not mistaken. We did them in the same night because they were so quick to do.
Which
they're
Cycly,
so short.
Cycly, you might not know this. Kronk's New Groove was straight to video, but the entire voice cast comes back, like John Goodman, David Spade.
It's like Return of Jafar, except without Robin Williams. But like,
Yeah.
like these movies, like Disney didn't know what to do with this shit. Like they were like, if you guys want to do it, go ahead. But they weren't going to put money behind it. But I just feel like, especially in the world of like Disney movies, outside of the core like 4 or 5 classics, Emperor's New Groove has withheld the test of time, and if not, gotten better and created its own cult classic. But my God, is it one of the funniest Disney movies, bar none. Yeah, it's not a musical. It's not like a classic, but it's not supposed to be. It's like the redheaded stepchild of Disney, and they didn't want to own it, and yet that made it even better.
Yeah, and just incredible casting too. I mean, David Spade as the Emperor, like his sarcasm and the way he just like talks down to everyone is so perfect.
This is one of those movies too where you start like at 2/3 through, like 2/3 of the way through the story, and he's like, "Hold on, let's go back."
Yeah.
And I
You know,
love movies that do that.
There's subtle things too, like you guys don't even, I mean, I'm not you guys, but like the collective you, like we don't even realize, my wife and I were watching it and I noticed like they pour out the poison, he pours it into the plant, and 2 minutes later, you would not even notice in the background the plant turns
Plants.
into a llama.
wow.
Like
I did
subtle,
not notice that. That's
yes, go
hilarious.
back and rewatch. When Kronk pours the poison into the plant, like they show the scene like 2 minutes later, and then now the plant has formed into a llama. Like shit like this made this film incredible.
I love Kronk, like he's bringing Cusco over to poison to kill him, but he's not going to throw a bad dinner party.
No, of course, the
You know?
spinach puffs. My spinach puffs. Hit him
Cusco's
on
poison, the poison specifically for Cusco.
We could quote this movie all day because it's not just like obvious humor; it's so subtle and
The
brilliant.
roller coaster ride to get to her secret lab.
Yeah,
It's so absurd. She has to do it like 3 times.
When he's got
Yeah.
the devil and the angel on his shoulders, like, look what I can do. No, wait, he's got a good point.
he's. But yeah, I would watch. This is one of the most rewatchable movies I've ever seen too. Like literally, can put it on over and over and over. Can't get old. Can't get sick of it. Such a
kinda
good
wanna watch it again.
runtime. Yeah.
Great one.
So
When
Emperor's New
Kronk is-
Groove.
Kronk, like, is it Cusco or Pacha that he's sitting down? It's like, you look familiar. Did you wrestle in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. Great one.
Love it.
Emperor's New Groove.
You can't
Alright.
be sad after watching the movie. Is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you got to be like
Yeah.
really have a stick up your ass.
Just talking about it made me happy.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Banner, what is one ahead of Thor Ragnarok at number 27 on your all-time list?
This movie came out of nowhere for me. Prey from the Predator
Oh wow.
series.
Nice.
I love this movie. You always see it's like guns and we're gonna blow them up, and it's technology versus the predators. And this was just like a fucking badass up against a fucking badass. In the woods, the Native Americans fighting him it was just so fucking good. Not a lot of dialogue, and I loved that. Recently, also they put out essentially the pitch for this movie in the cartoon version.
Yeah, Predator Killer of Killers.
Killer of Killers, yeah.
You and I talked about this, was it last episode or two ago?
We talked about it recently, but again, loved that as well. But if that spawned this, was great. Lots of action. Basically,
Probably more character development in this than all the Predator movies combined.
Yeah, you felt for her, like you wanted her to win.
You cared about their village and who was there.
Yeah, like this wasn't like a let's blow them up action movie. We're having a great time, which those are fine also. But this had some heart to it. This had some feeling to it. Her getting that kill and like proving that she was the ultimate hunter it meant something to her and her, like you said, her family and her village.
And again, you talk about a franchise where it's like they're, at this point trying to get blood out of a stone. What do we do with the Predator? Well, you don't make it like crazier and more over the top. You do this. You go back. You make it simpler. And like you said, Predator Killer of Killers was like the proof of concept, or maybe the pitch Dan Trachtenberg had, where he was like, what if we take the Predator and we could put him in any, or in the Killer of Killers case, all of these like different time periods, which is just, to me, something that like keeps me up at night thinking about how fucking cool it is.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved Killer of the Killers. I loved this. I want more of these. But this came out of nowhere. Again, it was just like all of a sudden it was like, hey, here's a new movie on Hulu. And I think I was like folding laundry or something.
I think it was during COVID. This was one of those ones that got moved to Hulu from.
That might have been it. That might have been what happened to it. But I know I was like folding laundry, and all of a sudden I stopped folding laundry because I was so locked into it.
Those clothes still aren't folded. They're probably wrinkled now, for being honest.
It's fine.
I don't know if you'll have any interest, but the same director, who, by the way, cyclically also did 10 Cloverfield Lane, Dan Trachtenberg.
Mhm.
He is doing the Predator movie this year, Predator Badlands,
Yeah.
with Elle Fanning. And this one, they go back even further. It's supposed to be the Predator's first hunt.
Ooh.
I believe, though, and Banner, you might be kind of like tired of this, but I believe it is in like one of the Jurassic periods. It's like him and dinosaurs.
Oh, why would I be tired of that?
I don't know, just a vibe I'm getting. A big
The
vibe.
T-Rex has become a prima donna. You're like, I'm over him.
He's doing
I
his
mean-
nails in the corner instead of actually eating people.
I mean, look, he's got to pay that child support or something.
Does he? That's a show I would watch. A T-Rex in like Judge Joe Brown or like Divorce Court.
I want him suing Nintendo because he can't play the Switch.
Yeah.
Ah,
These controllers are clearly not made for dinosaurs. It's fucked up.
It's not inclusive.
All right, Banner, anything else on Prey inclusion?
no, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. I feel like it's kind of a hidden gem of a decently known franchise.
Banner, can I
Well,
ask you a quick question? Is your left eye closed?
No, I'm looking down though.
Oh, okay. Sorry, your owl has. Well, not anymore. I just was wondering if you just had one eye open based
No,
on. your
Frankly,
owl.
I don't even think you have a filter on. I think you actually have on a beret and those glasses.
It really looks
Yeah.
like those are really good. Like they haven't moved off your face or anything.
No. Yeah, this is actually. I don't have a filter. Jeff is right.
It's like, did you wear that all day, or do you just put it on? Do you put a hat on to relax? Does that
I
even make
actually
sense?
have a striped shirt. I need to go put on. I would fit this vibe perfectly right now.
Yeah, mime who just got
Mime.
off work. He's like, I'm talking now. I don't talk all day.
We should have a mime on the podcast. That would go really well.
We could have. We might have had one on this entire time.
You'd never know.
All right,
Lawrence.
I will close us
27.
out with my number 27, one ahead of Mulan, and that is the 1999 classic Galaxy Quest.
Oh my God, yes.
So this movie, it's sort of like adjacent to a parody film because there's a very meta element inherently to it. Before if those of you who haven't heard of it, I don't think most people out there have, if you're listening to this podcast, let me read you this cast list from 1999. All right, so think about two things. Number one, who's at the top of their game then, and then who are the guys that we have here who eventually will blow up and become something crazy. We got Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, the late great Alan Rickman, Tony Shalhoub, Justin Long, Sam Rockwell.
Rainn Wilson.
Rainn Wilson, yeah, in a very odd role.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is
Wow.
one of the aliens. The guys who's like obsessed with Alan Rickman's character. The point of Galaxy Quest, if you don't know, is Tim Allen and most of the other people that I suggested, that I named, except for Justin Long, play stars from an old, basically like a Star Trek show that ran for a while, and now they are actors who show up at like conventions and stuff and begrudgingly acknowledge this show that they were on and sign autographs and meet fans. And most all of them, I think, hate their association with the show. Alan Rickman's character especially is great because he used to be like a great stage actor in London, and now this is all there's a quote in where he goes, "I was King Lear," and people only want to talk to him about his character on the show Galaxy Quest. But what happens is these actors at a convention get actually, I guess kidnapped is maybe the right word,
Oh, that's definitely a word.
by aliens who have seen clips of this show and think that it's real and need them to help save their home planet, which sounds utterly ridiculous. But when you think of all the comedic situations that people who don't want to be associated with the sci-fi show that they were on and are now forced to play these characters in a life and death situation, all the comedy that sort of induces. And then on top of that, Alan Rickman, Tim Allen, Sam Rockwell, Justin Long, Sigourney Weaver, Tony Shalhoub in the late 90s. This movie is fucking incredible. It was ahead of its time. It's brilliant. And there's been talk for a while about doing a sequel series, but Sam Rockwell said with Alan Rickman having passed, it's a little bit harder. I actually also watched the documentary on the like legacy of the show. It's called Never Give Up, a Galaxy Quest documentary, which is really cool because there are fans of this show that kind of mirror Justin Long's actual character in the movie.
That's hilarious.
Which is pretty crazy. So this is a film from 1999 that is still, I don't want to say it's in the zeitgeist, but it had a very, very profound impact on a lot of people. And it's like still incredibly popular. And Sam Rockwell still talks about like, he's like, this is the movie that like got me recognized. He was in Ninja Turtles before this, but this was the first time that he had a chance to like kind of showcase his comedic chops. So if you haven't seen Galaxy Quest, highly, highly recommend it.
Highly recommend it.
I have not seen Galaxy
wow, you need to
Michael,
watch
you
it.
would love
I've
it.
never seen it.
You've heard of it though, right?
Of course I've heard of it. I just have never seen it. Like it's one of those like random elusive movies that I think we all have that like you're like,
100%.
how have I not seen this movie?
Let me see what it's streaming on for you here.
I got two more days of bachelordom, so I got nothing else to do.
It's fantastic.
Just as an Alan Rickman fan.
Yeah.
Never Surrender is the documentary. It came out in 2019. It's not even about the making of it. It's about like the lasting impact of the movie, which is kind of interesting. Rarely do you see that where it's not like about how the film got made. Looks like it's on Prime Video.
No, it's definitely on the list. Like it's just one of those movies that for some reason
Pluto TV.
You know, like you never think about, like I never think about or whatever. It's like, hey, you need to watch that, and it's just like always gonna be there.
It's 102 minutes. It's a quick, easy watch.
Dang, that's like a nice watch. And the cast alone feels worth it. It feels like there's a Futurama plot about this, but like the same concept you were telling me about, so that's kind of funny.
When did Futurama start?
I'm pretty sure there is.
Yeah, like 99. So I'm wondering if they like were alluding, like they were using this as a reference. That's what's funny about it. Like Futurama is always all about like referencing things, so like it very much could be this.
The humor too is very akin to this, like Futurama in this. There's also another really funny trope that is like recurring throughout the movie. So not the entire time, but for the majority of the movie, Tim Allen and the rest of the actors think that everything that's happening is fake. So they have like this unabashed courage and like recklessness because they don't think anything bad is actually going to happen, and they think it's all staged. So they're like braver than they would normally be because again they don't think that the bullets are real or the laser guns are actually going to hurt them.
Then they keep referencing different episodes that they have to do something like we did in episode 22, season 6 or whatever.
The quote that I led with, "By Grandpa's hammer, by the sons of Warvon, you shall be avenged." That is like Alan Rickman's character's like catchphrase, and he fucking hates because people always ask him to say it, and he's like so goddamn sick of it. And you know the classic Alan Rickman roll of his eyes, where he's like, "By Grandpa's
he's so dry."
Hammer.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. He's like so fucking. But they pay him every time he says it, so he's like, "Fine, I'll continue to it."
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, before we let the people go for episode 248, guys, any closing words of wisdom? Cycly, let's go to you first. Any advice?
You all were doing better about the left lane, and it's gotten worse all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's summertime. Everyone's letting go. Everyone feels less pressure. Guys, the left lane is a passing lane. Ambulances. I'm gonna scream to my boy Banner over here. You don't know what's happening. Get out of the left lane. It could be an ambulance. It could be me going fast for certain reasons. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the excuse is. Get out of the left lane. Unless you're going passing people, doesn't matter. It's a fast lane, passing lane.
If you ain't about that life, get over it.
No.
Banner, how about you?
You guys, it's getting hot out there. Let's pull over for emergency vehicles. Make sure you stay hydrated. Or for those of you that don't, you can have a heat stroke because they can have a heat stroke and they have to go in the ambulance. And so then now let's part the road so that the ambulances can get to the hospital to get these people
and get out of the left lane.
Yeah, I mean, just get the fuck out of the way. I don't care. I'm not picky about what lane you go to. Just get out of the way. All right.
As Ludacris once said, "Move,
it's
bitch."
Hot. You
Get out of
know,
the
a
way.
bunch of air conditioners could be blowing up, and your house could be
Oh,
on
that's
fire.
scary.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Jesus, this really escalated.
Yeah.
Your house could be on
Who
fire.
asked how many air conditioners do you have in this said house that they're all blowing up?
I mean, they're just blowing up,
Too
man.
many. Well, none now because they fucking exploded.
Yeah.
Got a whole new set
You
of
know what?
problems.
So again, that fire truck could be going to your house to put the fire out and save as much of your precious, priceless items.
Not your family or your dogs.
You know what?
Just
That
your
was
items.
such good advice. I don't even have any advice for people. I feel like I'm just going to take yours and just put my stamp of approval on it.
Yeah, it's summer. Do whatever you want with your hair.
Oh, let me just say this. I'm making a rare return trip to the movie theaters next week, and I've been. What's the last thing I saw in theaters?
Titanic.
No, didn't. There was boobs in that one, so wasn't
Nice.
able to go. I guess F1 was the last thing I saw. I didn't see much there, but guys, I've been seeing on Reddit, especially at Regal Cinemas, some of the behaviors people are having in theaters are just out of control.
Dang, Regal. That's where
Wow.
the corporate headquarters where I live.
Call
I'll
them
talk to
out.
people. I'll talk to people.
The Minecraft movie, I'm not going to hold us accountable for that. That was like a cultural thing for, this bunch of kids, the TikTok generation.
That's Banner.
Right, that's Banner doing the chicken jockey stuff. But look, if you're going to the movie theater,
He didn't even deny it.
I mean,
there are certain etiquettes. The main one that I have, and I don't want to harp on this, I'm just going to say it one time, you got to keep your shoes on. Okay, you're not at home. Even if you're at
Banner.
home.
Banner.
no,
Yeah.
I'm a big shoe guy. I always have shoes on.
Okay. I want to believe you.
I don't think you have shoes on right now.
Oh, I don't. Do I?
I mean, you're a bird.
It's a fucking owl. It's confused.
I can't see, but sure, feathers
I've never
count
seen
as-
an owl wear shoes.
All right, for the mad scientist Brian Banner and our legal counsel Ronnie Cycli, I'm the Mayor Jeff Hornacek. We are the Bro Force Squad podcast. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. Follow us on all of our socials at Bro Force Squad. You can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Letterboxd if you type in Bro Force Squad as 3 separate words, and everything we've ever done. And all our new stuff is on our website, broforcesquad.com. Till next time, we'll see you at the movies where Banner will have shoes on. Maybe open-toed, but that still counts.
Banner,
Yeah, I mean,
that
the bottom is covered.
that is the most dapper pirate outfit I've ever seen.
Really is.
That looks really
Like-
good.
Like the collar
Yeah.
is so like